I had the incredible privilege of putting together a choir at our church to learn and perform about a third of Handel's Messiah. Most of the choir members did not read music, and we did not have a pianist, so it was a very ambitious challenge, but I was up for it. Our church pianist was an exceptional musician, but she was skeptical that we could actually pull off Handel, so she opted to sit this one out rather than risk embarrassing herself with a mediocre choir. I found the score in a MIDI file and was able to isolate the vocal parts in a program on my laptop. I connected my computer to an amplifier and speakers and was able to play individual sections of the score during rehearsals. It worked perfectly, and everyone learned their parts: sopranos, altos, tenors, and basses. Even the soloists got their solos down with amazing skill and precision. This was happening. We were a real choir. I had made arrangements to hire a string quartet to accompany us, but they weren't cheap, so we would only have one dress rehearsal with the strings and then the concert. In the meantime, all our choir practices were done only with my laptop and the digital score. The singers got better and better as the performance date got closer and closer. One evening, the church pianist popped into our choir practice. She was blown away by the progress the singers had made and asked if it was not too late to join us and accompany the choir on the piano. We were all delighted to have her on board. Every choir practice from then on was amazing, and soon we were ready. We were all so pleased with the way things were coming together that we even booked a few more performances for dates after our main concert. The dress rehearsal with the string quartet was a great success, and we were getting excited. The evening of the concert arrived, and it was a gala event with around 400 people in attendance. The beautiful music composed centuries ago resounded to the glory of God with passion and power in the small sanctuary. The audience was captivated and moved by the awesome performance. Some people were even moved to tears, including myself. I was just trying to hold it together the whole time. It was only the grace of God that allowed a bunch of us to put something like that together in a few short months. We performed several more times at a local shopping mall, and the public was blown away by the music. Then, to our surprise, the local Roman Catholic Church invited us to present Messiah there. We were proclaiming the gospel with every word we sang, so we accepted, although some members of the choir opted to sit that performance out. The acoustics in that huge church were phenomenal, and it was an amazing evangelistic experience. Another gang of musicians and I formed a weird acoustic jazz group we called Acoustique, which featured cello, guitar, violin, mandolin, and percussion. We performed a few times at restaurants, but got so into the music at one place, they had to ask us to tone it down a little. It was awesome. My only regret was that we never recorded ourselves because we had a very cool and unique sound as an instrumental jazz quintet. My oldest daughter, Amanda, and I performed for years at restaurants and cafes around Guadalajara as an oldies duet with guitar and bass. These gigs are some of my fondest memories. Two of my other daughters and I also performed at a jazz club downtown. Several of my daughters performed professionally in and around Guadalajara with different bands and venues. My son Joey played the piano with an orchestra in a big concert hall. My daughter Daphne and her husband compose and record Christian music and have a big online following. I am finally recording and performing some songs of my own as well. Most of my children went on to far surpass me musically, which has made me very proud of them. I don't want to brag on them too much, but they are phenomenal musicians who compose and play and sing and teach in different venues for the glory of God. Now my grandchildren are studying music too. Thank you so much for listening to this true story from Memoirs of Mexico. If you enjoyed this story, or if it was a blessing to you, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. That would be a blessing to me. I upload a new true story every day. If you like to read, you can also order Memoirs of Mexico in paperback or ebook on Amazon.com. There's a link in the description. Thanks again for listening.